Hello everybody, I'm your host, Utah Raptor 1987, and welcome back to another Q&A video. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been pretty busy with college lately, as well as trying to wrap up Season 2 of Jurassic Sanctuary. But now that I'm on winter break, I might as well work on some other videos. And so, without further ado, let's get on with the Q&A.
What dinosaur, pterosaur, marine reptile, and prehistoric mammal do you think will appear in the upcoming 2025 Jurassic World movie?
There are several creatures that I want to see make an appearance in Jurassic World Rebirth. For a dinosaur, the one that I want to see the most would be a Utah Raptor, for obvious reasons. For a pterosaur, I think it would be pretty cool to see a Tropiognathus. For a marine reptile, I think either Kronosaurus, Elasmosaurus, or Ichthyosaurus would be a pretty good fit for this film. And for a prehistoric mammal, the one that I want to see the most would be a mammoth. Either a woolly mammoth, Columbian mammoth, steppe mammoth, or maybe even the Channel Island pygmy mammoth.
Do you get people knocking at your door wondering what's with all the noise?
Yeah, I can be pretty loud sometimes. Sometimes I tend to forget just how loud my voice can get, but luckily I've never had anyone call the cops on me or file a noise complaint.
When all the T-Rexes killed the Apatosaurus, where was the Red Rex?
Rathorex was in the highland region of the island during that time, just to avoid competition with other large predators.
Where was Junior when all the T-Rexes were hunting the Apatosaurus in Season 1, Episode 5?
I was too busy trying to sell propane and propane accessories. Although it's kinda hard trying to be a propane salesman when nobody on the island even uses propane.
What are your thoughts on Kyoryu, Lunar Dragon Entertainment's Talon, Dead Sound Soria, Dinosaur Empire, and Forgotten Bloodlines Agate?
I think these upcoming projects look pretty intriguing. The T-Rex with the samurai armor from the Kyoryu trailer looks kinda cool. Lunar Dragon Entertainment's Talon looks pretty interesting. I might give it a watch when it comes out. I absolutely loved Dead Sound Soria, mainly for its compelling world building. But the projects that I'm most anxiously awaiting for are Dinosaur Empire and Forgotten Bloodlines Agate. They both look absolutely amazing.
Buck, how old are you, and could you defeat the Giganotosaurus?
Well, I suppose I'm about the same age as old Rexy. As for the Giganotosaurus, I guess I could defeat him with the help of my mate, but it sure as hell won't be easy.
Who is your favorite Cars character from the franchise?
I couldn't really tell you who my favorite character is because it's kind of been a while since I've watched Pixar's Cars.
What marine reptiles do you have, and do you own any Mattel minis?
I don't really have that many marine reptile figures. I have no idea what my deal is against getting marine reptile figures. I mean, obviously I have the ocean protector Mosasaurus, but outside from that, the only marine reptile figures that I have are minifigures. Speaking of minifigures, I have a couple of blind bag figures from Mattel and godforsaken Hasbro. I also have the ones from the Jurassic World Dominion Advent Calendar.
Sinoceratops, Baryonyx, Tarbosaurus, Atrociraptor, and Giganotosaurus. What did it feel like when hearing those comments that Utah had to say about you?
It was absolutely appalling just to hear him say those horrid things.
Luckily, we gave him a nice good beating afterwards.
I'm just glad that the toxic fanboys and internet trolls bullied him into making that video private. Well, now that you've brought that up, I'm actually considering making that video public again.
Wait, are you serious? What the fuck?
Claire, would you ever hire anyone new?
We're always happy to hire some new volunteers. Maybe someday we'll even hire a game warden.
Zia, do you still see Franklin?
Well, we occasionally stay in touch with each other, although he is pretty busy with his new job.
Do you wish that the Franklin figure should have been released? And if so, then would you add him to Jurassic Sanctuary?
I kinda wish the Franklin figure would have been released, but that's mainly because I wanted that Microceratus figure he was supposed to come with. In terms of his hypothetical appearance in Jurassic Sanctuary, I'm a little hesitant on adding him to the series, mainly due to how obnoxious his character was in Fallen Kingdom. But maybe if I dialed his character back a little and maybe give him a character arc, he would be a bit more tolerable, which would have happened if his figure didn't get cancelled.
Rexy, do you wish that the director of all the Jurassic World stuff would change the fact that you are getting whooped in all the media?
I am so sick and tired of Colin Trevorrow treating me like a punching bag for every other large predator. If I could come back to a future Jurassic World film, I would most definitely take back my title as the unstoppable apex predator. However, now that the official synopsis for Jurassic World Rebirth had just been revealed, I don't think I'll be coming back. And to be honest, I think it's probably for the best.
What are your thoughts on the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Allosaurus and the Jurassic World Dominion / Battle at Big Rock Allosaurus model?
I think they're both decent representations of Allosaurus. The juvenile from Fallen Kingdom looks alright, but the one from Chaos Theory, Dominion, and Battle at Big Rock looks a bit too gnarly for my liking. But it's not terrible. At least the shape of the skull doesn't look too far off from a real Allosaurus, and they made the wrist non-pronating.
Claire, what did you think of Zack and Gray when they would rather stay with Owen?
I think it was pretty odd that they wanted to stay with Owen. Mainly because I was the one that saved him from a frickin' Dimorphodon by shooting the damn thing.
Ellie, what are your current thoughts on Mark?
I don't really talk to him, nor do I really think about him that much.
Grant, what were your thoughts on Mark?
Well, I'm sure he was a nice man, but I think he had a good run.
Do you wish you had the Hammond Collection Ankylosaurus?
Yeah, there were several Hammond Collection figures that I really wanted to get but was unable to find. Aside from the Ankylosaurus, there was also the Gallimimus, Pyroraptor, Irritator, Ceratosaurus, and Baryonyx.
Do you wish Mattel would start adding more humans to the lineup? And do you think Mattel's 2025 line should include more humans?
I'm not really that concerned about the human characters getting action figures. The only thing that I really care about are the dinosaurs getting made into good action figures.
What do you think about how Mattel put the Dominion Ellie figure in the most expensive and pointless set they could have thought of?
I think it's absolutely frustrating that Mattel decided to package the only Dominion Ellie figure with the Epic Battle Pack, because I had already bought the dinosaur figures that it comes with separately, and I'm not gonna waste $120 on a human figure and duplicates on some dinosaur figures that I already have. I think it would have been better if Mattel packaged the Dominion Ellie figure with a smaller dinosaur figure that they never gave us, like an Oviraptor or a Microceratus.
Rathorex, do you have a cave that is shaped as a T-Rex head?
That is the most cartoonishly evil thing I have ever heard. And I love it. Too bad there aren't any T-Rex shaped caves on the island.
What do you think the Tully monster is and what it's related to?
Okay, so I know there is a lot of controversy surrounding the classification of the Tully monster, also known as the Tully monstrum, with many scientists arguing that it could either be related to mollusks, arthropods, worms, or even vertebrates. However, after doing a little bit of digging online, the most recent studies that I could find suggest that the Tully monster is more closely related to jawless fish, such as lampreys. However, these studies were published back in 2016, and I have no idea how well they still hold up today. But if any of you guys know more about the Tully monster than I do, let me know in the comments down below.
Giganotosaurus, do you think you can beat the Spinosaurus?
I know I can defeat that stupid baryonyx with a Dimetrodon sail on his back. Because I am death. And I don't mean it metaphorically or rhetorically or poetically or theoretically or any other fancy way. I'm death, straight up.
Spinosaurus, do you think you can beat the Giganotosaurus?
I know I can defeat that cringy edgelord because he's too busy trying to look all scary and intimidating. But in reality, he doesn't do jack crap.
Did you watch Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire?
I have not watched Godzilla x Kong, or any of the other Godzilla or kaiju films.
Will Mr. Beast give the team a raise?
Two things. One, I don't think there's any human figures that I could hypothetically use for Mr. Beast. Secondly, I don't think I'll be including Mr. Beast in Jurassic Sanctuary, given the current controversy that he's in.
Will the Rexes play Fortnite?
Boy, how do you expect us to play Fortnite, or any other video game for that matter, with our tiny little baby arms?
Who's the real apex predator of Jurassic Sanctuary?
I'm the apex predator.
No, I'm the apex predator.
Amateurs.
What did you just say to us, punk?
I said amateurs.
Rathorex, what happened to the Carcharodontosaurus that you killed?
I ate him. Everyone is gonna face the wrath of Rathorex.
Blue and Indoraptor, do you guys hate it when people ship you two together?
Yeah, we're getting pretty sick and tired of people shipping us on the internet. Like, seriously, we were supposed to be enemies in Fallen Kingdom.
So please, stop it. Get some help.
Giganotosaurus, do you know Jason Sheeran?
Of course I'm familiar with Jason Sheeran. I always appreciate a Giganotosaurus fan.
Spinosaurus, dumb sailback baryonyx is what?
I beg your pardon?
Have you watched the La Brea show? Considering season 3 just came out and has dinosaurs in it, as well as some other prehistoric creatures.
I have not watched La Brea. And why would they include dinosaurs when the La Brea tar pits only have Cenozoic mammals? Unless you count birds like the Pterotornis as dinosaurs.
Do you think you can add Caprasuchus and any Paleozoic species like Dimetrodon and Enostransevia?
I don't think I'll be able to add Caprasuchus to Jurassic Sanctuary because I was unable to find the Caprasuchus figure from Mattel. And until they decide to make a figure for Enostransevia, it's most likely not going to appear. As for Dimetrodon, I'm not spoiling anything.
Can Toro meet his cousin again?
No, because he's dead.
To the buck and doe. Did you meet the bull T-Rex on Isla Sorna?
Yeah, we knew the bull T-Rex a while back before his death, and it was pretty tragic what happened to him.
Have you watched Godzilla -1?
Again, I have never watched any of the Godzilla or kaiju films.
Will you ever use more non-Mattel figures in Jurassic Sanctuary?
I don't think I'll be using any other non-Mattel figures for Jurassic Sanctuary. The only reasons why I used the Safari Limited Smilodon and the Collectibles Corythosaurus for Sabor and Ralph is because Mattel has yet to make a figure for the Smilodon from Camp Cretaceous, and I really wanted to include that in the series because Smilodon is my favorite prehistoric mammal. As for Ralph, I needed a figure that would make for a good adolescent Corythosaurus.
What are your thoughts on the soundtracks to all the Jurassic Park films?
The soundtracks for all the Jurassic films were great. John Williams did a phenomenal job with the soundtrack for the first and second movie. Don Davis did a pretty good job with the score for the third movie. And I think Michael Giacchino did a decent job with the score for the World trilogy. And here's a fun fact. Michael Giacchino actually did the soundtrack for the Lost World Jurassic Park video game for the PlayStation 1.
Have you ever heard of Dinosaur King? And what's your opinion on its interpretation of Utahraptor?
I was only able to watch season 1 of the anime series, as it was the only season that was available on Netflix. As for my overall thoughts on the series, it was a weird show, but in a fun sort of way. Although then again, I don't usually watch anime. I swear I get that theme song stuck in my head every time I think about that show. As for their Utahraptor, it's not the best. Not by modern standards, and not even for its time.
What is your opinion on the Jurassic World Carnotaurus?
I think it's a decent representation of Carnotaurus, although it's a shame that it doesn't look like the one from the Michael Crichton novel, but at least it actually resembles what it's supposed to be, unlike 2 other theropods in the franchise.
Did Kronos give the buck those scars?
Nope, it was another T-Rex that gave me my scars.
Out of all the hybrids from the old #BuildABetterFake Theropod Twitter trend, which design was your favorite? And which Jurassic project that was shelved, scrapped, or abandoned did you find the most interesting?
I think my favorite design from the #BuildABetterFake Theropod trend would probably have to be this one by Matthew on Art, where it looks pretty similar to the original Indominus Rex, but with some more added features to make it look more freaky. As for my favorite scrapped concept, I think the one that interests me the most was a scene from one of the earlier scripts for Jurassic Park 3, where the Spinosaurus gets attacked and killed by a pack of raptors on the river.
What are your thoughts on the Alpha Horned T-Rex?
Not gonna lie, I think it looks pretty badass.
Is Mia still going to be in the Q&A videos?
No. And that's gonna have to wrap it up for this video. I'd like to thank all the people who asked me those great questions. You guys are awesome. And I'd also like to thank everyone for their patience. I know it's been a while since the last Q&A video, but that's mainly because I wanted to take a break from the Q&A series and mainly focus on trying to wrap up Season 2 of Jurassic Sanctuary. But now that I'm on winter break, I might as well work on some other videos. The next one after this one is going to be the next episode of the Extinction Files, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!